What's up, guys? I'm Cranston. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about why I feel Ichigo will probably be a better father than Naruto. And the reason I think why is their jobs. Now, at the end of the, not the end, but in the Hell arc, the ones that came out, we learned that Ichigo job is a translator, which is a good job, stuff like that. And as I was looking at that, and I was looking at his job and Naruto's job as the Hokage, which pretty much like the president, you know, almost that their jobs are completely different, and because of that, Izuku's job allows him to spend a lot more time with his son, Kizaru. It allows him to spend a lot more time with him. Whereas Naruto's job as the Hokage, like the Hokage is responsible for the day-to-day affairs of the village. He has to assign missions. He has to assign ninjas to mission. He has to secure funding for projects and stuff like that. And with the experience that Konoha experienced, after the Great Ninja War, the Fourth Great Ninja Shinobi War, and they had all this expansion, technology, and stuff like that. It it caused a huge workload for Naruto because it did expand so well to the point Naruto is almost like a almost like a head of state in the land of fire, which is the land that Konoha is on. So he's swapping all this paperwork, all these things to do, and to me, it just seems like Ichigo job just gives him a lot more time to spend with his family than Naruto does. Now, I know the argument for everybody is like, oh, Naruto, he can use Shadow clones and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, like, he can, and when Naruto doesn't master out the chakra, even using Shadow clones all the time would drain him at some point. And I feel there were certain things he just wouldn't be able to use Shadow clone for. Like, if it was really an important meeting and something happened, he needed to be there. Like, it would like he would have to send a cycle. I mean, no, he would have to go there in person. Like if he was having negotiation with some different country or something like that or another village, like him sending a sour clone might actually look kind of insulting, especially to them. So he has to send. He would have to go there himself. Like I feel there's just certain things that Naruto just wouldn't be able to use a sour clone for. Like I said, as a Okage, he's responsible for so much of the village that he's constantly working. He's constantly has to make sure this get done and this gets overseas and this project. He also has to worry about like assassinations, and like and enemy and like rogue or enemy villages or state that might try to come after him. He also has to try to keep the peace that they fought so hard for. You know, that they fought so hard for in the Fourth Great War. He has to try to keep the peace between the villages as well. So there's just so much stuff Naruto has to do as the Hokage. And when I look at Bleach, I mean, I look at Ichigo and his job, as a translator. I'm like, it just like he just has so much more time to spend with his son because he's not that busy. Now, apparently, they don't spend enough time because they don't know that he sneak out in the middle of the night, open pros to hell and shit. But that's a side note. Like Ichigo's job just gives him a lot more free time, and at the same time, you compare the worlds as well because you look at Naruto, you look at the world of Bleach and the world of Naruto, they're completely different. As in, while there may be sometimes like Ichigo and his friends will travel to different worlds like Wicco Mundo or the Soul Society, most of the time they stay in Karakura Town. They stay in Karakura Town. They stay there because that's where the main things happen. Whereas in Naruto's world, like the main things are in Konoha. Like they have to ninjas are sent on missions all the time, and even some things Naruto have to leave for if they're really really important, like the Okage Summit or something like that. That he'll have to leave. So it's not just scheduled around one thing that they're kind of constantly traveling all the time. And like I said, most of the time the Hokage does stay in the village because he has a lot of work to do, but he will leave if something big happens. You know, whereas you were never probably going to see Ichigo fighting like in France or Germany or something like that. We're probably never going to see that. Uh, we're probably never going to see that just because like there'd be no point. Like most of like we know there's like thanks to the God, thanks. So we know there's like different branches of the society, like the Western branch and stuff like that, and the East branch. But I doubt we'll ever see each go in England or something like that, or being called over there. Most of the stuff that happens is dealt in Japan. Sushi dealt in Karakura Town. Like I said, he may go to the society, or he may go to Megawound or something real, but that's like or something in other realm. But that's really we won't see Ichigo traveling all over the world to do missions stuff like that. Nor Quasi. Cause yeah, so we won't see that. Whereas in Naruto, like I said, they're constantly being sent somewhere. to do this or do that. And Naruto as the Hokage has to oversee all that. He has to make sure all the missions are planned out. He has to go over everything. Like it really is like being a president, of the being a president here, because he has to control the military. He has to make sure that's okay. He has to make sure like just the data stuff, like the finances of the village and stuff, that is okay, and the people are able to make money and stuff. Like he has all these other responsibilities that he has to worry about, and it's just time swapping to the point. Even with Cyclone Jutsu, he probably wouldn't be able to just do everything, and it'll always be draining his chakra, which, as you've seen, the least village like does can get attacked, so he has to save that. So it just to me is like that's probably why Ichigo will be a better father, just because he has time. He'll have more time to spend with his son than someone like Naruto has. And that's not me saying that Ichigo loves his son more than Naruto, because obviously Naruto loves Boruto. But because his job as the Hokage was pretty much the leader and caretaker of the entire village, he doesn't have the luxury to just spend time with his kids. And again, I don't think he could just use shadow clones all the time, especially in a really important adventure going on that he has to be there for. And the other villages might consider him lazy just for using shadow clones to do his work instead of him doing it himself. So I mean, it's just those factors to me that just I think Ichigo, as he will be seen as a better father probably by fans and people, just because he will have more time to spend with his family, because his job isn't so demanding. Like he's also like the I guess like the substitute soul reaper of Karakura Town, but a hollow and something pops up, like Ichigo easily handling that unless it's like a really big event. Like I mean, like Ichigo almost pretty much handling anything at this point. So it's like, what's the real threat? Whereas Naruto, like if an enemy state or enemy village just pops up and starts storming bungalows, he has to get his entire village ready for war and all this stuff. If negotiations don't go well, like there's so many things that can go on. Like that Naruto has to deal with as the Hokage, and this even having to send his own kids and younger kids out on very dangerous missions that could get them killed. Like it's just a lot that Naruto has on his plate, to where for me, like, while I always got where Boruto was coming from, I always understood like where Naruto's position was at. Like it's hard being a leader, it's hard being the guy in charge, because you have everybody's responsibility, you have all the responsibilities on your shoulder, and you have to make sure the people that you're protecting are okay, and you have to be willing to sacrifice anything to make that happen, because that's the job that you chose. And if that means sacrificing time with your family that you'll probably never get back, and time with your lovers, like that's just what it has to be. Whereas again, each of job's translator, like it's not even close or nowhere near the same level or same, length or same or same or same like responsibility, because like I said, Ichigo gets to go home he gets to go home after the end of the day. Well, Naruto probably has stayed multiple nights just in the Okage Tower doing work, signing papers, doing this and that. He's probably spent multiple nights there. Yeah, where he's like had to send clones home and to tell his kids good night and stuff like that. Like it's just completely different. And I think because of that, people probably look at Naruto better. I mean, Ichigo better as a father, just because the fact that he probably will be able to spend more time with Kawazu. But again, like that's not really Naruto's fault, because it's his job. This is what he has to do. He has to protect the village. He has to always be there. He has to always be on. Like it's a 24/7 job. That's really what it is. It's 24/7 job. He has to always be ready in case something happens. He has to make sure the village is okay. And like I said, he has to maintain the peace. And at any moment in the Naruto world where war could just break out or something could happen, somebody gets assassinated or something like that. Like he has to constantly be on the edge all the time, make sure they're okay. And it's like I said, it's probably the most stressful job. It's the most stressful job that you can have in Naruto world. Just like the president of our world is one of the most stressful jobs you can have, just because you are pretty much in charge of all these people, and you have to protect them, and you have to put in laws and stuff like that. You have to deal with things people don't like, and like there's so much there that I just feel like it's pretty much impossible to really compare the two, because you can't. They're on two entirely different levels. And the fact that Ichigo will probably look better as a dad, just because he will be able to be there for his son more of the time than Naruto was for Boruto, because his job isn't nearly as important or demanding. That's not me saying that translators aren't important, because they are. Obviously, we need to translate it, but like I said, like the Hokage is being like the head of state or the president, damn near. Like it's not even close match between the two. But yeah, that's why I think that I feel people will think Ichigo will be a better father, and why he probably will be, just because he will have time, to spend more with his son and teach him things and stuff like that. Again, though he's not watching him enough because he's out there opening gates to hell and shit. But but it's like, come on, like Naruto as the Hokage, you gotta just come to a break because it's unfortunate, but it's like it's what is the saying? It's the meal you eat or something like that. I don't know, something like that. Like, but it's what he chose and he has to deal with. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think of the video? What are your opinions? Like, what do you think about Ichigo probably being a better father just because his job provides him with more of the ability, to spend time with Boruto, or do you think it will be something else? Like, let me know your thoughts down below. Also, if you enjoy me, so go and subscribe and share, guys. I super appreciate it. Make sure to check out the links to my description to my social media. You guys can find me there where we can talk and have conversations. And yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what other topics you think would be cool for me to talk about. This is something that's just always been in my mind. I just want to talk about it. Why I felt Ichigo will probably be looked at better as a father, just because he'll have much more time to spend with his family and with his son. He'll probably be there a majority of the time. And like I said, unlike Naruto will Boruto as a ninja will have to go across the world, something like that, and Naruto can't be there for all the time. Ichigo, like I said, mostly just stick Karakura town, so we won't be seeing them like in gym or anything. So Ichigo will probably always be able to watch his kid, even though, like I said again, like he's not doing a good job because Kazumi's out there wilding and stuff like that. And again, I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name. I'm really bad at butchering names, but yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts down below as I correct some out. Peace.